Back at it again. Welcome back to Headlight Headlines, your daily automotive news podcast. My name is Clayton, your host, and I'm super excited to get into the stories today. Before we get started, check us out on Twitter at HlightHlines, on YouTube at Headlight Headlines. You can always find a video version of this podcast, and also check us out on Instagram and TikTok. We're going to start things off with a continuation of a story we talked about a couple times this week already, and a little bit last week, I think. I don't remember the exact day. But Toyota had recalls on their only electric vehicle, the BZ4X EV SUV, which they recalled back in June, and also involved were some Subarus that were not yet released. Only 258 were sold before the recall was announced. But basically the issue that was happening was that literally the wheels could fall off of the vehicle. They're saying the hub bolts could come loose, and so they have come up with newly designed hub bolts with washers and also improved wheels. So they're getting rid of the wheels they had. They're also offering customers loaner vehicles, reimbursement of fuel costs for the loaners, and a $5,000 credit toward their loan and lease payments, which is a lot, but this is a pretty scary thing. Yeah, no one should drive these vehicles until the remedy has been performed. So, good to see that they finally have gotten a fix out for this, because I was worried they were taking a long time to get this out. They're saying any purchased after September 30th are not eligible, so it was only from before then. But yeah, good to see a fix finally has come out for this BZ4X from Toyota. Next up, this is also a continuation of a story we've talked about somewhat recently. It's been a couple weeks. The Honda Prologue. We saw a concept for this a few weeks ago, but now we finally have our first look at the vehicle, and it is right here in this image. And it's pretty interesting. It has more of an updated front end than like the CR-V or anything else does, which I think is pretty cool. I saw somewhere they were saying it was Neo Rugged. Yep, right here. Neo Rugged. But it is very unique, I think. The wheels are very unique. Not really a big fan of them, but they're different, so whatever. So this is on a platform made by General Motors, actually. The rear end is awesome. It kind of has some like Range Rover-esque styling back here. I think it looks really cool. This font is terrible, though. The Honda font. But I think the rear end looks amazing. Amazing. It has a longer wheelbase than the CR-V, 121.8 inch, and it is total 192 inches long. They're saying it's 8 inches longer and 5 inches wider than the new CR-V, so it is a bit bigger. It is, no powertrain information available. It's electric, obviously, but no specifics on it. Anything else, really? The Neo Rugged, I think, is cool. It is kind of rugged. This is the interior. I was like, that is a Chevy interior. But here's the interior right here. Very Honda. Not sure what's going on with this part of the screen right here. But it looks pretty simple in the interior, pretty nice. I like it. I like it a lot. The front, for how good the back looks, the front could look a little better, to be honest. This black plastic in here and down here could be done a little better. But hey, not too bad from Honda for this EV SUV from them. Next up, we have actually a very interesting story. So the Ford F-150 Lightning is now not the only EV that can power your house during a blackout. now also the Volvo EX90 can, which this is a very interesting concept that we're looking at here. EX90 will debut November 9th, so in a month. And they're saying it can power your appliances, other EVs, and a home. So, following in the footsteps of the Lightning, it doesn't really go into specifics on how it's going to do that. But they're saying you can basically hook it up to anything. I'm interested to see how that will happen, but it is cool to see that there is more than one vehicle doing this now. Because the Lightning was doing it, and it was pretty revolutionary. So if Volvo can do this also, and other automakers can as well, and it can expand upon that, that would be very helpful in some disastrous situations where power may go out, things like that. It could be very helpful. Where I live, we've had multiple natural disasters this year, so being able to have something like this could have been very helpful for certain circumstances there. So really cool to see Volvo going out of their way to do something like this. And I'm interested to see this debut here on November 9th. Speaking of the F-150 Lightning, it is now become a victim of the price hikes that we've been seeing from everybody now. And this one might be one of the most largest hikes that we've seen. They are saying that $5,000 increase across the entire lineup, which is absolutely insane. And some are more than that. Some are even more. So the Pro, which is the base model, is $53,769, and last year it was priced at $41,769. That already is $12,000 more expensive. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. That is ridiculous. But so that is updated. Okay. This is updated that 53,000 is the correct figure. They were unsure about that before. The rest, it doesn't specify what they were. Platinum trim is over 97,000, and last year it was 98,000. So that one's not terrible. I don't know. It's crazy how much these are going for. Crazy. I mean, even resale, they're going for over 100,000 for some of these, which is ridiculous. But people want it, so they're saying the price increase is a result of supply chain issues and high material costs, which it's what everybody's is right now. So not much you can do about it. But I would say definitely wait on these F-150 Lightnings. Not worth it at the moment, because they were supposed to be only 40 grand. So now that they're starting at 53 grand, it's kind of ridiculous. Takes away most of the appeal of the truck for a lot of circumstances. Like this truck, if the Ford F-150 Lightning was 40 grand, it could redo the entire work truck market. If all the work trucks were electric, companies would save so much on gas and stuff like that, and it would be awesome. But the fact that now it's 53,000, you can buy so much more of a truck for that much, and I don't know, not worth one bit. And our last story for the day, we have the first look at the new 2024 Sierra heavy-duty trucks from GMC. So a couple weeks ago, that might have been last week, I think it was last week. Chevy had the new Silverado HDs come out, some facelift, basically, some new stuff on the interior. But we didn't see the GMC versions, which was pretty odd. at the time, but now we see them here. They are pretty similar to the outgoing one, but it is kind of like redefined. They're saying it looks more, what do they say? They said it looks more mature, I think. They're saying it's more chiseled, sculpted, and handsome. So it's got an improved 6.6 liter Duramax engine. The gas version gets an Allison transmission, which is cool to see. That Duramax has 470 horsepower and 975 pound-feet of torque, which is an increase of 25 horsepower and 65 pound-feet of torque. So pretty nice. The 10-speed Allison is now coming on the gasser engine, not just the Duramax. So that's really cool. And towing has gone a bit better because of the updates to the engines. The exterior styling is a bit updated. You can see the front grille here, a bit different than the outgoing model. And let's see, new lighting. Yeah, I did think the front headlights looked a little different. New wheels, nothing too crazy, but they do have 6 new colors, which is a lot. Titanium Rush Metallic, Sterling Metallic, Volcanic Red Tint Coat, Redwood Metallic, Meteorite Metallic, and Downpour Metallic. A lot of metallic in their paint. And an updated interior is something they've been looking for. I love how the heavy-duty trucks from GM keep the column shifter. They're so nice. My dad has one in his newer Silverado, but the brand new ones don't have it. So, kind of a turn off. But they have a new 13.4 inch infotainment screen, which is really nice looking in this picture here. And yeah, this one's the Denali, I believe. So it's got the fancy interior, tow assistance, obviously, and they have the Ultimate, Denali Ultimate, and then they also have the AT4, and the AT4X is coming out. So Canyon is also getting this treatment, and I believe the Sierra already had the AT4X, or they at least had the AT4, but really cool to see finally the updated GMC trucks. I really like this HD1 right here that they're showing off. It's pretty nice, can't lie, but it's very expensive for that Denali. But that's everything I got for y'all today as far as news is covered. Like I said at the start, check us out on Twitter at HlightHlines. We'll post an update every time a new podcast episode goes up. Also follow us on YouTube at Headlight Headlines, where you can always find a video version of this podcast. And with that, be safe, have a great weekend, and I'll see y'all in the next episode.